All right, guys, what's up? It's me, Mr. Wickham. I'm not here today. I'm on the Avid trip, but I just wanted to give you a few pointers and some information about our Honor Flight field trip on Friday. On Friday, you are going to go to Bruin Block, which is second period, and at about 9:15, you need to leave your Bruin Block. I am going to send out an email, a memo to all teachers so they know that. And then you need to go to the bathroom, put your things in your locker, don't forget your lunch, and then quickly meet us outside the main office, which is door 1. So if you just go out the door right here, door 16, you can just walk straight up. Or if you want to go through the school, it doesn't really matter. And then once we get to the main office, you will group into your bus number assignments, which will be going, I'll tell you in a second. We need to leave as soon as possible. So please hurry up once you leave Bruin Block and try to get to door 1 as quickly as you can. Once we arrive at World War II Memorial, we are going to make 2 long lines to cheer for the Honor Flight veterans when they get there. So this is where you need to be flexible because hopefully everything runs smoothly and on time, or we might have to wait for them or speed up, but we need to get there before those veterans. And we'll stay in those 2 lines until I let you know that we can go into the memorial. Like I told some of the classes last week, we had just found out that there are 2 more honor flights coming in, so hopefully we can cheer for them because on one flight there's like 70 veterans and another flight there's 90 more veterans. So that'd be awesome if the timing works and we can cheer for even more people. Oh, and when we're there, I don't care if you're staying with your friends or whatever. I give you the posters that some of you made, but be respectful, clap for them. You might be able to shake some hands. I'll be taking pictures the whole time so I can give that to you guys later. Once we do go into the World War II Memorial, please remember that we are there to greet and celebrate the veterans. Don't ever be alone. Always be with another Lake Braddock student or a chaperone. If you get a little sidetracked or lost from your group of friends, just find a chaperone. Make sure you get up with your friends eventually. It is a memorial, so there's no running. Don't be goofing off. This is a national memorial, and make sure you are talking to the veterans. That's why we're there. It's close to Veterans Day. And it is their day, so please do not be goofing off or just running around with your friends. We really need to be talking to the veterans. And lastly, be respectful. We're going to have lunch there right outside the memorial in the grass. Do not leave any trash behind. I'll start, me and the rest of the chaperones will start rounding you up when to get lunch. We'll just let you know. Please be flexible, patient, and respectful. We might need to adjust our schedule depending on the veterans. Last year, for instance, we had extra time, so we walked down to the Korean War Memorial in groups. So we might have to change a little bit depending on when the veterans are getting here from the airport. So I appreciate your flexibility and your patience. Bus number 1, me and Miss Moyer will be in charge of bus number 1, and on bus number 1 will be 6th period. 6th period, bus number 1. Bus number 2, Mrs. Johnson will be in charge of bus number 2, and that will be my 3rd and my 5th period together. Bus 3, Miss Shaddy and Mrs. Tucker will be on bus 3, and that's going to be my 2nd period and Mrs. Tucker's 4th period. Bus 4, Mrs. Sheets and Miss Ward and company will be in charge of bus 4, and that's going to be my 7th period and Miss Ward's students. And then bus 5 is Mrs. Nocito, and Miss Hossein will be in charge of that, and that's Mrs. Nocito's students. So none of you will be on that bus. Lastly, dress appropriately. Let's just keep checking the weather so we know if we should wear jackets or bring an umbrella or whatever. As of right now, I think they're calling for rain, so cross your fingers, things change, and we'll just make it work. Please be respectful. We're there for the veterans, and you're there representing yourself, your family, your school, the school. So please be the best you can be. You can wear Lake Braddock. I suggest wearing Lake Braddock stuff. If your family's in the military, maybe you can wear something like that. And I'm really excited for this trip. This is one of the most fun experiences I've ever had, and I really look forward to this field trip, and I think it's meaningful and awesome, and it's always fun to get out of school. Today, you're going to be finishing up your immigration mini DBQ. You'll get your computers and complete part 2, the written summary part. Make sure you turn it in and give your packet to Mr. D, or if you're in 2nd period, you can give it to Mrs. Hossein as well. Reminders, your first sentence, known as your topic or thesis statement, needs to explain to the reader everything you're going to prove. It should be the most important sentence of the whole thing. Do not use any documents or outside sources in that first sentence. It all should come from you. It should be a pretty complex, pretty big sentence. And don't forget your concluding sentence at the end, which kind of wraps it all up. And the last reminder, the more docs you use, the more outside information you use, and the more you write, oh, there's a typo, and the more you write, the smarter and better you will look. So whatever you're trying to prove with the reasons and the difficulties of the immigrants, use as many of the documents as you can, use as much outside information, Toy Story, American Tail, 14 Tickets, WebQuest, Zoom In, anything you can, class notes, to prove your point and explain everything. Don't just assume that the reader knows what you're talking about. Just make sure you write as much as you can. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow, and please make sure you find your bus right away. And I'm excited for Honor Flight on Friday. All right. Thanks.